to the Power of Youth Plus. I'm Merna. Do you ever miss products from your own country? When you travel abroad, do you ever wonder, wow, I miss these products from my country? How accessible is it to get it in this day and age? Today, we are at the Central University of Finance and Economics here in Beijing to cover the story of how globalization is connecting how we communicate with each other. But before we dive into this conversation, please check out this video. Alright, so welcome back, guys. We are today joined with a group of fantastic students from this university. We're going to start with a self-intro. Let's start with you.
Hello everyone, I'm Jérôme from West Africa in Guinea, and I'm currently pursuing my master's degree.
Hi everyone, I'm Luca, I'm from Brazil. Right now I'm 22 years old and I'm here studying Chinese.
I'm Ray. I live in Beijing and I'm a doctoral student major in investment right now.
Today we have chosen a lovely topic, which is globalization in terms of exported and imported products. So we now live in the world where any product from any country can really reach our hand within a few days, in my opinion. It's not as difficult as one used to imagine before. Let's talk a bit with Luca over here. And when we're talking imported products, you're in China right now. When you think about products in Brazil, what is the most common product that Chinese young people enjoy from Brazil?
Coffee.
Coffee.
That would be for sure coffee. That's my final answer. Coffee, Brazilian coffee seems to be very, very famous here in China, especially when we talk about coffee companies. For example, the Luckin Coffee. I just heard that they also buy coffee from Brazil, which is very special. But at the same time, I find it a little bit expensive when compared to Brazilian coffee. Since we produce them there in Brazil, it's way more accessible and cheaper than here in China. But I'm still surprised by how easy it is to access these products. I can just log in Taobao and just buy my hometown coffee, and it will arrive here in the college within 2 days. So it's for me, that's spectacular.
As Luca mentioned, Taobao is the digital platform for e-commerce in China where you can really be shocked by all the products, whether it's domestic, international, all the surprising things you can find on there. Let's go back to you. Tell us a bit more. What are the most famous imported products that you purchase on a daily basis?
I mean, from my country, right?
From your country or other countries as well? Let's start with your country first.
Coffee first.
Coffee as well?
Yeah. Because in my country, we used to take coffee every morning. It's like a kind of culture. So living here in China, sometimes I used to drink tea, but often I like drinking coffee, because from small to now, I was drinking coffee.
You drink coffee since you were small?
Yeah, almost.
Really?
Yeah, in my country, it's like every morning.
Really?
Same thing for me.
It's like a kind of culture in our country. From every morning, we drink coffee, and coffee with bread, something like this, before going out.
Right, so as a young person from China, what are the top products that are imported that you use in your daily lives?
Maybe sports brand like Nike, like Adidas, or some quick fashion brands like Zara or H&M and Uniqlo and this.
Fashion merchandise.
Yeah.
So we are often talking about how it's easy and accessible to have imported products in China. Let's talk a bit more about Chinese products being imported to your country. Now tell us a bit more about Brazil. What products from China are the most common ones that are coming from China in Brazil?
I think that would be products related to clothing, and apart from clothing, also electronics.
Electronics.
Yes. Lately, China has been investing a lot in technology. We can see this in the whole world, and in Brazil it's not different. Also, electric cars. I would say that 99% of all the electric cars in Brazil are from Chinese brands, especially the BYD, which is the biggest one in Brazil. When we talk about electronics, also we have the phones. They have Xiaomi, they have Huawei, Oppo, the Realme also. That is not the name in Chinese, it's Zhenwo. But anyways, the electronics from China are very, very famous in Brazil because they are way more accessible than the other companies that come from other countries.
How common are EV cars now used in Brazil?
I would say in my city, maybe half of all the cars are already EV cars, already electric. And this half part of all the EV cars, 99% of them are from China, BYD, and other smaller brands that are coming right now. But since BYD was the first one to arrive in Brazil, they really dominated the market very fast, very, very fast.
You've heard it from Luca as well. To our dear audience, what are the most common Chinese imported products to your country? Leave it in the comments below and let us know. What about in your country? Tell us.
In my country, in Guinea, I can say electronics, like phones, computer, refrigerator, electronic things. Because before, I think before it was from America, Europe, but now, you know, electronic things in China, the innovations and the quality, have a good quality and the price is affordable. So now, in my country, all electronic things are from China.
Ray, tell us a bit more. Now, when you travel, as you've heard from our two guests right now, lots of Chinese products are being welcomed by the international market. When you travel abroad, what do you feel when you see either EV cars or technology coming from China?
Yeah, I think the first time I go abroad and I look around the street and I see BYD, it's really proud. Yeah, I think it's not only thrived in my own country, it's thriving all over the world. Yeah. And besides the electronics, and I think there are also a lot of stuff that comes from China. You know, like furnitures, like some things, stuff for baby
products.
Yeah, a lot of products, I think. Yeah.
I think it's really unbelievable when you think about, like, for example, Brazil is literally in the opposite side of the world when you see in the globe. But if you go to Brazil, you will see more Chinese car brands than you would see here in China. When I arrived here, I see the Chinese, they love to buy products from, when we talk about cars, they love to buy the brands from Europe and America. And like, I don't see so much BYD industry, I see a lot of BMW, these cars, like more fancy ones. And in Brazil, if you go to Brazil, you see a lot of Chinese brands.
Is that true? Your friends from Brazil, we never knew that. It's really, really interesting. In terms of car, we have actually discussed that lots of people may not only know that the car may be produced from China, but also the EV batteries are now quite famous export from China. Speaking about exports and imports from China, we are now highlighting globalization on a digital way. You've mentioned Taobao earlier, right? How often do you do your purchases on Taobao? Let us know.
Taobao. I think Taobao is a good app for young people or students, international students living here in China. Because Taobao, whenever you buy something and buying, they don't know who is buying the things, and the price is standard. It's like you can buy today, get it today if it's not far from you, or 2 days. Different from my country, like we have WhatsApp, but it's not like Taobao. They just send some pictures, and whenever you talk with them, where are you from? They will take all your information and they send the goods. In Taobao, you don't need to talk with anyone. You can enjoy it by yourself.
It's more convenient.
Convenient.
Yes. Ray, tell us a bit more about your thoughts about the digital platforms now in China in terms of imported products. How common are they, and how have they increased over the past, let's say, 5 years?
Actually, I used Taobao a lot back in my junior high and undergraduate, but now I'm more using Pinduoduo right now. Yeah, it's have this, the price is always lower than Taobao and Jingdong, but Jingdong is good. Jingdong, sometimes it has the service which can make the delivery to you the next day. Yeah, that's very excellent.
He has just mentioned 3 platforms at once of all the e-commerce platforms here in China, which is only 3 of actually many. I think e-shopping right now has become so convenient that lots of people abroad are actually opening stores to import their products to China and stuff like that. So if we were to ask you in the future, if you were to open a platform of exporting products from Brazil to China, other than coffee, what would you put on that shop?
That's a very good question, and honestly, I think I would put something about, let me give you some context before. In Brazil, we have the Amazon forest. It's the biggest rainforest in the world. But still, it's very difficult to access the products from the rainforest there, and also the exclusivities they have there. It's very specific products where they made jewelry, or maybe food, It's a lot of products, and it's very difficult to access it. And if you are in Brazil, it's a little bit easier. But here from China, it's really difficult. For example, when you are in Brazil, if any case you guys go to there one day, you can buy some clothes, you can buy some bags made of a fish, very famous in Brazil, called pirarucu. This fish is very famous there, and it's quite it's like luxury. It's not so luxurious, but it's a little bit higher prices, like a high-end product, and it's only sold, only accessible in the Brazilian market. You can buy here in China or in another country, but the price would be extremely higher. But I think that Chinese, they really love this type of product, like exclusive and special products. This type of products, I think that if Brazil open a market here in China and put some brands here that we also have there in Brazil, I think it would be extremely welcomed by the Chinese community.
That's such a great point you have shared with us. Let's talk a bit more from an investment standpoint. Now, as we have a pro over here, in terms of you think people opening up stores to export and import products, what do you think are the investment sides of it? Do you think it's a good idea or you don't think it's a good idea?
You mean online?
Online.
Online. Okay, so about the fish, I was wondering how long can it last after?
We sell the product, we don't sell the fish. We just make the product and then we sell it.
From the fish?
Yeah, from the fish.
It's
made
now
from the
a
skin.
product made of fish. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, I think it's a really good idea. But you guys, you have to be very, authorized, or you'll be
Of course.
motivated.
I love it. Now you actually heard it from an investment student for sure. The questions, all the good questions have been asked. It's quite true if you ask me about it. All the products are exclusive. I think it's the highlight. The show is called The Power of Youth Plus, right? I think the highlight of youth is that we love unique products. I think the more unique it is, the more selling point it has. Same question goes to you. Now, if you were to sell products from your country on an online platform, what do you think would be the most acceptable or the most unique one that the young consumers from China would love?
Maybe it will be like banana. First.
Bananas?
Yeah, bananas. African bananas. Chinese, they don't have it. We have two kinds. Not even two kinds, some kinds of banana that I have never met here in China.
It looks different?
Yeah, the big one, and it's not like what they have here in China.
Is it
anyway,
sweeter?
Sweeter, yeah.
Oh.
And whenever Chinese guys go to Guinea, they like eating. Usually it's too much. And some of them is thinking about how to take it here from there to China. So if I got chance to open online thing like these products, first of all, I will take banana, maybe coffee, and other things.
That is so true. We are talking about digital marketing in terms of enhancing friendship between countries too, but you also have lots of platforms from China, for example, the China International Import Expo, where merchants and sellers from all different countries in the world are welcomed to share their products with Chinese businessmen and hopefully see their products on the market. How often do you feel like the business between China and your country is developing over the years in terms of products coming to China?
Well,
for example, the younger generation are aiming to join this field of work of importing their products to China?
Well, I think the younger generation is definitely taking a look at China, a very special look in China, especially with today's world. Everything is faster. You can literally sell your products from your hometown to another country in maybe 2 days max. And so, yes, the younger generation is very interested in selling the products to the Chinese market. It's a incredibly big market, and also the younger generation from China is also very willing to buy stuff from another countries, since they have also a higher purchasing power than we have in Brazil. So sometimes the Brazilians, they make a lot of money selling their stuff to Chinese that are buying. For them is like cheaper, so everyone is winning at the end. And well, I see this with a very good it's like a very good view about this topic, because the friendship between Brazil and China over the years is better and better. It's getting better and better. And for me, well, that's also a benefit. Of course, I'm living in China right now, so I'm very happy that I can purchase some products from my hometown. Unfortunately, as our friend told, in Guinea maybe it's difficult to buy these products. For me, when I arrived in China, well, I didn't have time to cry. I could only open the Taobao and then I could just buy the product.
But it's like I was saying that in Guinea we have some, for instance,
That's difficult to buy.
some clothes and food. We cannot find it here in China.
Reach it here.
So it's hard sometimes.
Yes, I understand. Well, when talking about Brazilian products, I didn't encounter this type of problem so far. The only problem that I would say that I encountered is just a little bit more expensive, but it's quite acceptable since it's in the other side of the world and it's also a very specific product that maybe most of the people that are buying it are Brazilians. So for me, being able to reach this type of product is a very good point for me.
It is not necessarily just Brazilians in China. I mean, I feel like, for example, your beef is quite famous in China, right? So I feel like it's quite a choice for lots of people in the country to buy it. And lots of international friends from different countries would love it too. I think a point that he highlighted is that lots of previous generations probably worked on exporting the products to China within the past few years. So I feel like that might be a next journey for you, perhaps.
In China, we have Taobao, but in Guinea, you cannot use Taobao there, right? And maybe in America, you have another app. In Europe, another app. Whenever you get there, you cannot be here in China and buying things on those apps, and you cannot be there buying things on Taobao. It's like in the future, if we have options, it's not options, opportunities. It's better to make a good platform for everyone. It will make life very easy.
That would be pretty. I think access is the first point of getting a product. We're talking about products as a cultural identity as well, right? Ray has shared with us that when he does go abroad and he sees, for example, cars made from China, it is quite a proud moment, don't you think? What other products do you think in recent years Chinese young people would love to introduce to the outside world? I can give you an example from me. For example, recently I feel like the Chinese fashion is just gorgeous. Like we call it like the new Chinese style. It's not as traditional as it is, but it still has the traditional aspects. And I think sharing that with the rest of the world would be something that, I think would be very, very welcomed. What about you?
Okay, so Chinese food is it's already very famous. Okay, and besides that, I think.
You can say Mishue also.
Oh, Mishue.
Yes. We
Yeah,
don't
very
have it
good
in
point.
Brazil. I wish we had it in Brazil. I fell in love the moment that I drank one bubble tea here in China.
Oh.
So you haven't in Brazil yet?
It seems like they just opened the first shop of Mishue there in Brazil, but it's still not so famous and not so accessible like here in China.
Oh, soon it would be.
That's quite a shocking, well, I quite like it. It's true. I feel like milk tea in different countries is such a I'm going to drink baba with my friends. Like it's such a big deal, but in China it's so common to go and drink milk tea with your friends. As something that has been mentioned a lot in our episode, which is online shopping is so popular, we're not sure about your countries. Do you still go out and purchase things in store, or is it more common to purchase online?
Actually, for me, for myself, I just buy clothes or any daily items online. But sometimes I have to buy some gifts or for my friends, for my teachers, or accompany with my friends, just going shopping around. Yeah. So actually, I think shopping, in the actual store physically, it's more like an experience. You can see and you can chatting around.
All right, so you've heard it from our three lovely students. So many different aspects of the conversation today, I'm sure, left an impression on you. And if you did have fun, please leave a message and tell us what other topics you want to know. We are coming to you from the Central University of Finance and Economics, where the theme is unity, truth-seeking, innovation, and loyalty. This is the Power of Youth Plus, and see you on our next episode.
See you next time. See you.